All right, number 14 says the Kia's bicycle design has determined that when X hundred bicycles are built, the average cost per bike is given by the equation CX, which is the cost function, okay, which is in hundreds of dollars. And we want to know how many bicycles should the shop build to minimize the average cost per bike. Okay, so since we have this function with all these decimals in it, there is another way that you can find the minimum or maximum as opposed to completing the square. I've been focused on completing the square. But we can also find the minimum maximum by doing part of the quadratic equation. I'm going to show you that method here, and you can also use that method in any of the other problems we've solved. If it's in vertex form, you can use vertex form. If not, you can use this method here. .933. Okay, so part of the quadratic equation, the negative b divided by 2a part, okay, that is equal to the x coordinate of the vertex, or the minimum, or maximum, whatever you're dealing with. In this case, it would be a minimum. So we're going to get an x value, and then we're going to plug that in and get a y value. All right, so negative b will be become a positive 1.2, and then divided by 2a. A is 0.5, so divided by 2 would just be divided by 1. So we just get 1.2 as our x coordinate. All right, so now that we have 1.2, we will take that 1.2 and plug it in to the original equation and come up with the final y coordinate. .933. Okay. All right. So I look at this 1.2 as 12, and 12 squared is 144. So this is going to give us 1.44. So half of 1.44 or half of 144 is going to be 72 or 0.72. In this case, we have the two numbers after the decimal. So 0.72. And then again, 12 times 12 is 144, so 1.44. And then plus 1.933. Okay. We're going to add these up, combine these numbers. So 0.72. Let's check them out real quick. Let's say 1.2 times 1.2. And then times 0.5, this is 0.72, so we're good. And then, so the rest of it is going to be okay. So now we're going to subtract 1.44 and then add 1.933. All right, so we get 1.213. All right, this is supposed to be in hundreds, I guess. So I guess what I really should have done, x is, let me go back and look at this one more time, sorry. X 100 bicycles. So what I really need to do is multiply this 1.2 by 100, I'm sorry, but the process is going to be the same. 1.2, this is the number of bikes, but we need to multiply that by 100. It says x 100, so it's 1.200, which when we multiply that, we get 120. So really, I want to be plugging in 120 to these numbers. I'm going to redo this, sorry, and we'll do it. All right, that's it. We really didn't need to find the y. I did this. I don't know why I did that. Okay, all we need is 120, the number of bikes. That's the question that they wanted to know, not how much they cost. When we plug it in, I'm finding out how much it's going to cost, and we just want to know the number of bikes. So I should have stopped at 120, but you know what to do with that. Ask you the cost now.